There are cars that cost as much as a whole mansion, or maybe even two mansions. Such cars can only be afforded by billionaires who have a few tens of millions lying around in their pockets. But why do such cars have such a high price? What makes them stand out compared to the cars of ordinary mortals? This is the top 20 cars available only to billionaires. Sit back comfortably and get ready to be amazed by the numbers. Let's begin. Mercedes-Maybach Excelero. Imagine a black giant 19 and 7/10 feet long, speeding down the road at 218 miles per hour. This is the Mercedes-Maybach Excelero, a car created in 2005 at the request of the tire company Fulda. The company wanted to test a new line of tires under extremely harsh conditions. Considering the enormous speed of the Maybach Excelero, they succeeded. Under the hood of the car is a V12 engine with twin turbochargers, producing 700 horsepower, and it accelerates to 62 miles per hour in 4.4 seconds. The massive grille and red accents in the interior make it look like a limousine that suddenly fancies itself a racing sports car. In 2011, rapper Birdman purchased the Maybach Excelero, becoming the owner of the only road beast of its kind in the world. There was a rumor in the media that the Maybach company tried to buy the car back, but the rapper refused. Would you sell the only car of its kind in the world? Bugatti Centenario SI. Now let's move to 2019, when Bugatti decided to celebrate its 110th anniversary. The Centenario SI is 10 cars inspired by the angular design of the Bugatti EB110 from the 1990s era. The W16 engine with 4 turbochargers produces 1,600 horsepower, accelerating the car to 62 miles per hour in just 2.4 seconds. The car's top speed is electronically limited to 236 miles per hour. The body with a flat nose and 5 round air intakes at the back looks like a nod to the past, which cannot be said about the stylish interior made of carbon and Alcantara. Looking at the car gives the impression that a car from the 20th century and a car from the 21st century have merged into one. All 10 units of the Bugatti Centenario SI were sold out even before the presentation, each for $9 million. There were reports in the newspapers that one of them might have gone to Cristiano Ronaldo. If that's true, then the famous footballer has very good taste. Rolls-Royce Swattail. But what do you do if you're a billionaire and want a car that no one else has? In 2017, one such wealthy individual ordered a car like this, and 4 years later received a unique vehicle for $13 million, the Rolls-Royce Swattail. The V12 engine produces 453 horsepower, accelerating the car to 62 miles per hour in about 5 seconds. However, the speed is limited to 155 miles per hour for a smoother ride. The rear narrows like the stern of a yacht, and the panoramic glass roof floods the interior with light. The interior is also impressive. The seats and dashboard are trimmed with rare wood and expensive leather. Notably, there is a separate compartment for champagne in the trunk. It becomes immediately clear that the owner not only respects the Rolls-Royce models of the 20s, but also values the comfort of modern cars. A luxurious retrofuturistic car, made in only one copy just for you. Isn't that a dream? SP Automotive Chaos. When you think of Greece, myths, legends, and olives come to mind, but certainly not a powerful car. And for $14 million. In 2021, the company SP Automotive introduced the Chaos, calling it the first ultra car in history. The company plans to produce 20 units of the car for each continent in the world, and the demand is clearly going to be significant, considering the characteristics of the Chaos. The twin-turbocharged V10 engine promises up to 3,000 horsepower in the Ultra version and acceleration to 62 miles per hour in 1.55 seconds. The top speed will exceed 310 miles per hour. The body with sharp angles and titanium parts printed on a 3D printer looks as if it's ready to ram some supervillain. The first unit of the car was ordered by a billionaire from the UAE. But skeptics wonder if this car will really be that fast or if it's just big talk. Time will tell. Ferrari 250 LM. Let's go back to the 60s, when the Ferrari 250 LM was conquering racetracks. This model was produced in a quantity of 32 units, more than the previous cars in the top list, but still very few compared to regular cars. The V12 engine, delivering 320 horsepower, allows the old-timer to accelerate to 62 miles per hour in 6 seconds and reach a top speed of 183 miles per hour. The red body with a long nose and air intakes is a hallmark of a racing beast from past years, which can still give many models a run for their money. In 1965, the 250 LM won Le Mans, becoming Ferrari's last triumph in this race for many years. In 2015, one example of the Ferrari 250 LM sold for $17.6 million. It's said that a billionaire from Australia bought it and hid the car in a secret hangar. For collectors, it's not just a car, but a whole history on wheels. Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta. Horacio Pagani, the founder of the car company Pagani Automobili, decided to celebrate his 60th birthday in a very unusual way. In 2018, he created the Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta, producing only 3 units. The brilliant engineer kept one of the models for himself. The V12 engine from Mercedes-AMG and 789 horsepower allowed the car to accelerate to 62 miles per hour in 3.1 seconds. A top speed of 220 miles per hour indicates that this car is for those who love to ride with the wind. The Barchetta body without a roof, carbon elements, and a low shield instead of a windshield make its design unique. 2 out of 3 units went to Billionaires for an astronomical price $17 million. However, one of the wealthy owners crashed the Barchetta just a month later. I wonder if Pagani was very upset by this news. Bugatti La Voiture Noire. In 2019, Bugatti celebrated its centenary by creating the La Voiture Noire, a black masterpiece priced at $18.7 million, a one-of-a-kind model. With a W16 engine producing 1,500 horsepower, it accelerates to 62 miles per hour in 2.4 seconds. Its top speed exceeds 260 miles per hour. To prevent accidents, it is electronically limited. Carbon fiber body, 6 exhaust pipes, and LED headlights are inspired by the Type 57 SC Atlantic. The owner of this cool car is, you won't believe it, Cristiano Ronaldo. It seems the footballer loves expensive cars as much as football. McLaren F1. In the 90s, the McLaren F1 car became a legend, breaking the speed record for production cars 240 miles per hour. 106 units were made, of which 64 were road cars, had excellent features. A V12 engine from BMW, 627 horsepower allows the McLaren F1 to reach 62 miles per hour in 3.2 seconds. A central driver's seat, butterfly-style doors, and gold trim in the engine compartment made this model extremely original and self-sufficient. Notably, one example belonged to Rowan Atkinson, the actor who played Mr. Bean in the eponymous TV series. However, he crashed the car twice and eventually sold it for $12 million in 2015. Today, the price reaches up to $20 million. Mr. Bean clearly rushed with the sale. Mercedes-Benz Sturmlinienwagen. Let's travel even further back in time. In 1954, the Mercedes-Benz W196R, or Type Monza, proved itself in all its glory. It set a record on the Reims Grand Prix track under the control of Argentine racing driver Juan Manuel Fangio. 2 units with an engine power of 290 horsepower accelerated to 62 miles per hour in 6 seconds and reached 193 miles per hour thanks to its closed, streamlined body resembling a rocket. One of the models is preserved in the Mercedes Museum, where hundreds of people admire it every day. However, the second unit went missing. The loss is estimated at $20 million, but on the black market. If it ended up there, its price is surely much higher. For billionaires, it's not just a car, but a true treasure of motorsport. Jaguar D-Type. We continue to admire racing cars and be amazed by their awesomeness. Next up is the Jaguar D-Type, a model that instilled fear in its competitors on the racing tracks. Since 1955 to 1957, the Jaguar D-Type won Le Mans 3 times, leaving a significant mark in racing history. 53 units were produced, featuring an engine with 250 horsepower and accelerating to 60 miles per hour in 6.5 seconds. Their top speed reached 170 miles per hour. And this was in the 1950s. The green body with a fin at the back and open wheels makes the car a classic example of British car manufacturing. One Jaguar D-Type belonged to actor Steve McQueen, and in 2016 another was sold for $20 million to an anonymous buyer. The demand for Jaguar among the wealthy is as great as its victories on the track. Duesenberg SSJ. Even in particularly grim years, some cars amazed the imagination with their appearance and features. In the midst of the Great Depression, the Duesenberg SSJ became a symbol of luxury. Two models with a 400 horsepower engine could race at a speed of 140 miles per hour. An incredible figure for the 30s. The long hood, chrome accents, and white sidewalls on the wheels clearly indicated that it wasn't just any person on the road, but a distinguished gentleman with money. One of the models was kept in Gary Cooper's garage, and the other in Clark Gable's. Considering the popularity of these great actors, they clearly wanted to emphasize their status with the help of cars that no one else on Earth had. In 2018, one of the models was sold at auction for $22 million. The Duesenberg SSJ is a luxurious option for connoisseurs of fine cars, as well as great films of the past. Aston Martin DBR1. Racing cars are held in high esteem among car enthusiasts, especially those models that managed to reach the winner's podium. 5 units of the Aston Martin DBR1 conquered the racing world by winning Le Mans in 1959. The engine with 255 horsepower accelerated the car to 60 miles per hour in 6 seconds and up to 155 miles per hour. The lightweight aluminum body with smooth curves and open wheels allowed for maximum speed due to excellent aerodynamics. In 2017, 1 unit of the Aston Martin DBR1 was sold for $22 million. It is the most expensive British car in history. Considering the car's history, its price is quite justified. Ferrari 290mm. And here we return to Ferrari once again. 4 units of the Ferrari 290mm were born for racing, and one of them raced on the Mille Miglia track in 1956. And it didn't just race, but with the great Juan Manuel Fangio behind the wheel. The engine, with 320 horsepower, accelerated the car to 62 miles per hour in 5.5 seconds. The maximum speed of 174 miles per hour left no chance for opponents. The car stands out with a red body by Scaglietti with round headlights, giving it an extraordinary aura. In 2015, one example was sold for $28 million. According to some rumors, it was taken into private collection by an American billionaire. Mercedes-Benz W196. 14 silver Mercedes-Benz W196 race cars dominated in Formula One in 1954 and 1955 years. And once again, behind the wheel of the luxurious car was Juan Manuel. The engine in 257 horsepower, acceleration to 62 miles per hour in 6 seconds, and a top speed of 186 miles per hour made the race car unbeatable. The open wheels and streamlined body allowed for easy maneuvering on the road and provided maximum handling. In 2013, one W196 was sold for $29.6 million. An incredible amount, but the amounts will only get bigger. Rolls-Royce La Rose Noire Droptail. In 2023, Rolls-Royce introduced the La Rose Noire Droptail, a convertible priced at $30 million, painted in the color of the black Baccarat rose. The only one in the world. This unique model features an engine with 600 horsepower and accelerates to 62 miles per hour in 5 seconds. The speed is limited to 155 miles per hour for comfort. The black body with red accents and wooden trim at the back make this car a benchmark of style. This Rolls-Royce was ordered by a billionaire from the USA for his wife. A wonderful gift for a spouse, don't you agree? Ferrari 335S. Ferrari is renowned for its insanely fast and insanely expensive cars. 4 units of the Ferrari 335S were created for the tracks of the 50s. One of the cars of this model participated in the Mille Miglia of 1957. The engine is a V12 with 390 horsepower. Accelerated the car to 62 miles per hour in 5 seconds and up to 186 miles per hour. In this model, Ferrari once again delights the eye with a red aluminum body, emphasizing the continuity of the company's cars. In 2016, one unit was sold for $35 million. According to sources, Lionel Messi bought it. Among football players, it's not just Cristiano who loves good cars. Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic. And now let's return to Bugatti. 4 units of the Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic were created by Jean Bugatti in the 30s years, and only 2 have survived to this day. The engine with 210 horsepower accelerated the car to 124 miles per hour. Incredible for that time. The teardrop-shaped body with a welded spine in chrome details made it graceful and extremely solid. One example is owned by designer Ralph Lauren, while the other was lost during the war. Today, the model is valued at $42 million. Ferrari 330 LM 250 GTO. Ferrari never ceases to amaze. One unique Ferrari 330 LM 250 GTO participated in the 1962 Sierra Leonean Leon's Mans. The V12 engine with 400 horsepower accelerated the car to 62 miles per hour in 5.5 seconds. The maximum speed of 180 miles per hour was a red flag for opponents on the track. In design, the car is similar to other Ferrari models at the top. In 2023, the car went off at auction for $51 million, becoming the most expensive Ferrari ever sold publicly. Ferrari 250 GTO. And now let's move on to the most costly Ferrari model. In the 60s, 36 units of the Ferrari 250 GTO were created, a masterpiece, approved by Enzo Ferrari himself. The V12 engine with 300 horsepower accelerated the car to 62 miles per hour in 6 seconds and up to 174 miles per hour. The elegant curves of the body and round headlights are an example of Italian classics. One unit was once owned by Nick Mason from Pink Floyd. In 2018, another unit was sold at auction for $70 million. It is the most expensive Ferrari in history. However, the most expensive car is yet to come. Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe. 2 units of the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe are the pinnacle of solidity and luxury among car enthusiasts. The engine with 310 horsepower accelerates the car to 62 miles per hour in 6.5 seconds and up to 180 miles per hour. Doors, wing, seagulls, and silver body add charm and elegance to this amazing gem of the highways of the past. Rudolf Uhlenhaut himself, the legendary Mercedes-Benz car engineer, raced this model on the Autobahns. In 2022, one of the units was sold for $142 million. Just think about that number. At the moment, the Mercedes-Benz 300 is the most expensive car in history. From $8 million for the Maybach Excelero to $142 million for the Mercedes 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe. These 20 cars prove that luxury knows no bounds. Which one impressed you the most? Would you like to take a ride in a Ferrari 250 GTO or touch history through the Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic? Write in the comments your opinion. Like and subscribe if you want to see more top lists like this.